room and like introduce each other. I'm Camille. I'm a MOCA teen.
Aisha. I'm also a MOCA teen, senior.
Yeah, me too, MOCA teen. My name is Lena though. I'm a junior.
I'm Otis. I play guitar for Deli Hours, and not a MOCA teen, but I want to be.
Same.
Oh.
Same.
I play trumpet.
I'm Jacob. I play drums.
I'm Jasper, and I play bass, and I also help with the writing aspect and the producing aspect.
We're all seniors.
How did all of the band members meet?
So in 9th grade, in 8th and 9th grade, me and Jasper were in jazz band together as like two guitarists, and we kind of became friends then and wrote chord progressions and like that, just like had fun. And then Lauren came into our school in 9th grade as a new 9th grader, and our school has a tradition of going on a retreat for 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And a 9th grade retreat was kayaking down the Colorado River. So we would get into these like kayaks and like with a buddy and, you know, go with the group down the river and like camp at a little site. And then, you know, and then one of the nights, because me and Jasper didn't know Lauren. So one of the nights we were all sitting on the beach, and like someone brought a guitar, and then me and Jasper started playing guitar or whatever, and then Lauren started singing, and that's like when we met Lauren, actually, I think, for the first time.
But I wanted to be friends with you guys because I thought you were cool.
That was like the first time we met, and then we're like, holy shit. I remember walking back to the tents, me and Jasper, we gotta start a band with Lauren. Again, we had like all these ideas and like we'll record in your house, and we were really excited when we heard her sing. And then we started recording in Jasper's living room. And then later on, Grace was like, I'll help you be your manager. And then she helped us get all these gigs and everything. And then she also plays trumpet, so she had her on trumpet for our shows. And then Jacob, we added on drums for our live shows because a lot of our drums are electronic drums. So we couldn't get the live show, and then and we're all best friends, so it works out really well.
That's cute.
I guess we were, you know, the classic like, oh, that would be a good band name. Like
We're outside of a deli in Santa Monica at this like train station. Because we were writing a song, because it's also an art gallery. It's really cool. But we're sitting outside of a deli, and it either said Cafe Hours or Deli Hours. I don't know which one.
Yeah, we were at this like gallery in Santa Monica next to a train station, and we were eating at a cafe, and Cafe Hours we didn't like.
There's like a sign that said Cafe Hours on the outside, I think. And you were like, okay. Yeah. But cafe is not too hip, so let's do deli.
How is quarantine going for you?
Bad? Well,
okay.
I mean, it kind of like we did have a lot of gigs lined up, so it kind of sucks that those aren't happening. And we're also gonna plan a tour for the summer, and we're gonna go up the coast of California and maybe into Oregon, doing gigs up the.
Postpone it though, because I don't.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's gonna happen anymore, which is kind of a bummer. And we can't really collaborate anymore. It's hard to like work on other people with projects, but I've still been like working on personal music projects. But it kind of sucks that we can't work together.
We're trying to release an album because we have a lot of songs recorded. We just need them like mixed and mastered. So we're kind of just sending them around to like remotely get them mixed, and like for that aspect, you don't really need that collaborative. You could just do it over text. So.
When you please, I only see you in my dreams.
Is it cool? Like, do you enjoy it, or like, do you think that like you fit into it, or?
I think it's cool because, one, there are so many places to play, as I'm sure there are in other cities, but I think something cool that we've experienced is like you'll be playing a random show and like someone possibly from the industry is like there, or like who knows someone in the industry is there and will be like, oh, like let me like connect you guys or something. Like we played a show in Anaheim and this guy was like, oh, my brother works at like Warner Brothers, like let me connect you guys. I think it's cool definitely in that aspect, but since there are so many people in LA, it's like harder to like kind of grow a following, I would say, from like live shows.
Yeah, that like there are a lot of like bands our age doing the same stuff, but at the same time I think nowhere else in the country are there so many like venues, and are people so open to like listening to music and like are so open to like
Also, the fact like we get like playing gigs is an interesting thing because we just are like surrounded and encompassed by like a bunch of these musicians, obviously, but like cross genres that aren't particularly the music that we play. It's just an interesting. There's a whole other aspect of it when we play around LA. We just get to see the diversity in the types of music, and yeah, it's really interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, we're also like able to go to a lot of concerts, which I think like that's an important part of playing music. It's like being able to see a lot of bands play because we're in LA. A lot of bands come here, so that influences our music too.
Yeah, I agree. It has to do a lot with influence, because I think living in a big city, like especially in a place like LA where the music industry really lives, you're exposed to so much more than you would be in other places because everyone around you is listening to music, and I think that's really influential in what we write.
And who are you guys inspired by, or where do you get your influence, like in terms of the lyrics and the subject matter of your work and your music?
I think that so 4 of us are in jazz band at school, so I think a lot of our melodic and just like structure of song come from, or are definitely jazz influenced.
I think like besides the lyrics, like everything else is very jazz influenced. Like that's like the big band tunes, and like Hiatus Coyote, like Nick Hakim, I guess, is another influence of ours. Like Moonchild, all those bands. And then like lyrically, I think more like pop and more like indie, more like Rex Orange County. Like Slow Hollows was this band that we really liked in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of our artistic journey. Yeah.
Some of our chords are like for In My Dreams, the chord progression is the chorus is literally the like 3 chords taken from this jazz song called Green Chimneys. Like a lot of our chords and everything are like taken, like directly influenced by jazz charts. So that's how you get like that sound. You start with like a chordal kind of loop. When you say Jasper, like just like a chord progression.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be long, or maybe it's just even like 1 chord or 2 chords, but usually like just loop a chord progression that sounds nice. And usually it's like jazz influenced, like using jazz harmony and everything. And then Lauren, starts a melody, or we all kind of figure out a melody. All right, you take it from here.
We just kind of like start humming stuff, and then I don't know, everyone just kind of pitches in. Usually the chords are mainly like Jacob, Otis, or Jasper, and then the rest of us will just like kind of spitball off of each other.
Yeah.
And then if someone has like a storyline idea or something that's happening in their life, then we'll go off that.
It's like very spontaneous. Like if we hear something that we like that someone just did, we're like, yes. And if we don't, we're like, no, get that out of here.
The whole process doesn't last more than 2 or 3 hours, I think. Like to complete a song, I don't think we've ever gone past. Because when we hang out in each other's house, it's not like we're meeting every single day. It's kind of like you go there and you make a day. Sometimes we make 2 songs a day. So it's usually to finish a song, not like finish, but like get everything on the page and have a structure and the vocals and everything. It wouldn't take more than maybe 4 hours.
If you could describe your band in 3 words, what would it be?
Fun.
Like we don't really try to push each other too hard. It's more just like a fun environment where we like are able to everyone plays music together and like helps each other come up with ideas and
Fun, relax.
No, fun. We just got
Just fun. Okay, just fun.
Okay, so from that one we'll take relaxed, maybe collaborative.
That's what I said.
Good, I think.
I heard collaborative. So fun, relaxed, and collaborative.
It's good chaos when we're in the studio. Like it's relaxed, but it's like also like chaotic. I don't know. I like both of them.
Yeah.
In the studio.
In Jasper's living room. We're very fluid, I'd say. Does that
Okay.
work?
Fluid.
Fluid.
Good word. Good word.
Thank you.
For our next question, we wanted to ask what the most rewarding part of being in a band is.
So fun.
Alright.
And working, like writing by yourself is just like 100 times less, not 100 times, but like way less fun and way less kind of rewarding than writing with other people, and especially them because we're all so close, and them being like, even if your idea is trash, be like, that's trash. and like I love that about us because we can just like say that.
Yeah.
Not offensive or anything. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just way better with this group.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. Like the writing process and like the actual process of like creating the songs is like really easy with us because we're all like best friends, and we all kind of at this point we kind of understand each other, and we understand like what our sound is and what we're going for. So I feel like that's really easy, and it's helpful to be
Cool.
tight.
I think for me, it's like being able to help them like share that, because like there aren't a lot of ways to get out music unless you're playing shows actively, and so like they're so talented, and so like I want them to be able to like play their songs places and for people to hear. And every show, people come up to the stage and they're like, "Your singer is incredible!" Like it's nice. I think.
And playing live, it's like it's just fun to be able to like look to your left or look to your right, and it's like your best friend's still like there, and you play. It's like it'd be so weird to have like like some of our friends who play shows like have a different band every show, and it's like that freaks me out.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to have that same group of people like with you every show.
I hope the feeling's contagious.
Have fun.
Good one.
Oh, ask for advice. I think that's really important because a lot of people are knowledgeable around you about stuff. And I feel like I've learned as a producer and a guitarist just by asking people like, how do you make the vocals sound this way? How do you do this? And it's just like, don't be afraid to make your own music.
Yeah.
Yes, find people you trust to make music with.
Find people that you like, you collaborate with. Like, wow, you have similar vibes.
And what do you envision the future of your band looking like?
Yeah, we're all going to schools separately, which is sad. But like when we're back for breaks and stuff, like for sure we'll play shows and still like make music and everything.
Like, for example, at our last show, Lauren was talking about, this guy came up to us and was like, "Can you play at our wedding in September?" I'm hoping that by like still keeping up playing gigs and stuff and still having things like in the future that we'll have like something to work for and something to practice for, and so that will keep us like together.
We don't really have timelines on our projects, which is a bad thing I think in some cases, but in a good way. It's like we make two songs during spring break and one during winter break, and 5 years go by and we release an album. Like I think that's what kind of drives us, is like we don't really have to do something, but we love just making music together and we see what comes out of that.
I only see